Hello everyone, welcome to my channel and welcome to part 2 of how to play chess. In this video, we're going to be going over some special moves like castling and en passant, and we're also going to go over forks and pins. Let's get started. We're going to first be going over castling. Castling is a way to make your king safe in the middle or the start of the game. The way that castling works is that if there's no pieces in these squares, or these squares, that means you can castle. You can castle two ways, either queen side or king side. Let's get started on how to do them. For king side, you can go 1, 2, you go 2 squares this way, and the rook goes also 2 squares. It just goes right next by the king. For queen side, however, you go 2 spaces this way, and the rook goes right next by it. So 3 spaces. This way, and this way. Now we're going to go over some cases where you cannot castle. You cannot castle while you're under check. If your king is under check, then you cannot castle. You cannot castle if any black piece or opposite color piece is attacking either this square, this square, this square, this square. Any of those squares, then you cannot castle, because it is in the way of where your king is going. And you can also not castle if you've already moved your king. Let's say black castles here, you cannot castle. Same applies with the rooks. If you move the king side rook, then you cannot castle king side. You can only castle queen side. If you move the queen side rook, same exact thing. And this does not mean that you can move the rook and then you can move it back and expect to castle. No, you've already moved it, so you cannot castle. Next, we're going to be going over en passant. En passant is not very commonly used, and it's very complicated, so it's not too much of a problem if you don't understand. The way that en passant works is, let's just go into a tiny example of it. I'll just show you it once. That's what en passant is. So here are the rules of en passant. Your piece has to be the attacking piece. The way you can tell this is your territory, this is white's territory, this is black's territory. So if a white piece is in black's territory, then that is an attacking piece. So now that this is an attacking piece, that's the first recommendation or rule that must happen. Next is that black's piece, or the opponent's piece, must have gone right next by the piece, so let's say right here, and also the fact that the black's pawn has to be going 2. It cannot be going 1, because then you can't really en passant. It has to be going 2, and it has to be right next by white's piece. This works with this pawn as well. This is 7. If you did not understand en passant, that's okay, because it's not really commonly used, like I said before. And also, one more thing is the fact that you cannot use en passant on regular pieces. You can only use it on pawns. So you cannot en passant this bishop right here. That would be very powerful, but it's not a thing. Next, I'm going to be talking about forks. A fork is when any piece, is attacking 2 pieces, like 2 enemy pieces at the exact same time, causing the opponent not being able to defend both of them at the same time, which wins you a piece. Let's go into an example right here called fried liver attack. right here. So the reason that white did this move right here is to try and fork the queen and the rook. So if black does not see this and tries to fend off this knight right here, then bam, this position is fork. It's attacking both the queen and the rook at the same time, which means that black cannot defend both of them or move them both at the same time, which wins white one of them. So obviously a queen is more valuable than a rook, so black's going to need to move the queen, and white just takes. And you don't really need to worry about the knight dying, because getting a rook for a knight is a really good deal, like one of the best deals you can probably get. Next, we're going to be talking about pins. Pins are where you attack a piece and then you indirectly attack another piece that is directly behind it, causing the first piece to be frozen. Well, it's better if I show you, so let me show you here. So right here, let's pause right here, and this right here is a pin, because you're attacking this piece, but indirectly you're attacking the queen, because if this piece moves, then the queen is gone. So there has to be a more valuable piece behind it, otherwise it won't really be worth your time or anything. And you can only do pins with rooks, bishops, or queens. Rooks, bishops, or queens. Because you can't do them with knights or kings, because they don't really attack in such a way that you can attack behind them also. I really do hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next video.